Well, thank you. Obviously, it's been a long process. It's since September. I've been going through some, difficult decisions and, different options kind of were presented to me. It was never clear what would be kind of the best fit. A lot of things were happening during the free agency. There were different signings, different trades. I think it was, as we all know, was a very busy off season for every NHL team. But few days ago, basically, I think that Washington Capitals kind of informed us about their interest, and I just saw this opportunity that I didn't want to pass upon. So I just decided that would be good fit for me and my family, and I went for it.
Thank you. We'll go to Mike Vogel with Caps.com.
Hi, Zdeno. Welcome to Washington. As a guy who's been in the league since the late 1990s, I'm just wondering what, over that period of time, the game and the way it's played in this league has changed probably a couple of times. Just wondering what you feel has allowed you to maintain success and survive throughout, that long and to keep going.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, over the course of my career, 20 plus years, the game changed quite a bit. The rules changed quite a bit. I think that we see that the systems are being changed. All these little things are kind of making a lot of challenges for players to maintain their performances. But personally, I just always kind of fall back on my fitness and consistency with being prepared mentally and physically, and always try to compete and give my best every time I step on the ice. So, I just enjoy the game. I love the game. I have a lot of passion for it, and I'm excited to continue to play.
Thank you. Next question goes to Logan Mullen with Nesson.com.
Hey, Zdeno, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Good. Don Sweeney mentioned a couple hours ago that had you returned to the Bruins, he kind of envisioned what he called an integrated role for you. Why did you decide that wasn't the best fit for you?
Well, first, I want to kind of mention that I believe Don Sweeney negotiated in a good faith, and I really appreciate the way everything was communicated to me, and it was very open to me. We had a number of conversations. He made it clear what conditions and what role I would be taking with the organization had for if I would return. So, but I just felt that what was presented to me and what conditions were kind of attached to it, I just felt that I had more to offer, and I respect their decisions and wish them the best. But I just felt that I can still play regularly and play the games, and I have no issues of them going a different direction. I just feel like for me at this point in my career, it's better if I continue to play.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go to Kevin Dupont, Boston Globe. Kevin, please go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Great. Hello, Z. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Kevin.
And thanks for all your years with the media here. We appreciate it.
No, thank you.
I've got to ask you to drill down a little bit on what the Boston offer was. If it's open to wild interpretation, were they actually offering you playing time, or was this a more expanded role? Because I think a lot of Bruins fans are going to look at this and say, couldn't he have at least helped us here for 6 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes a game?
Well, again, I respect the way it was communicated to me, Kevin. Like I said, we had number of conversations. Early on, it was probably a little bit unknown what I've been told what the role would be. but as the conversations progress towards the end, I was pretty, it was very clear to me that I would not be in a starting lineup for the season, or starting, some games, or playing some back-to-back games, and I would be more in a kind of reserve kind of a type of player. So, I again, I have no issue with that. Again, Don Sweeney did, a lot of credit to Don Sweeney, how he handled the situation. But again, for me, I felt that would be better fit for me if I kind of find better, role with other team, and kind of step aside and let Boston Bruins go with the direction they chose to do.
So this sounds like more of a robust role that you're looking for, that you've been, not necessarily guaranteed in Washington, but that you envision in Washington. Do you see it as sort of 20 minutes a night in Washington, or?
Nothing is guaranteed in Washington.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to Andy Koska with the Washington Times.
Hey there. Thanks for the time today. I hope you're doing well. You haven't been the new guy on a team in quite a while. I mean, what do you envision that's going to be like, kind of learning new teammates, new system, things like that?
Well, it's exciting. I'm very excited to be, joining a new team. I'm looking forward to meet all my new teammates, and can't wait to get started. It's definitely something that I haven't experienced for some time. But from what I heard, and from the conversations I already had with some of the teammates, it's a great group of guys, and very, very motivated, and can't wait to join them.
Thank you. We'll go to Chris Kervin with NBC4.
Zdeno, welcome to DC.
Thank you.
Some players have tweeted that they're looking forward to not having to go against you in the corner anymore. I guess my question also was about Alex Ovechkin, and how much you're looking forward to not having to play against him, and what made him such a challenge when you played against him.
Well, I think we all know that Alex is a very, very talented player. He plays extremely hard. He's a leader of the team, and he is a pure goal scorer, and a future Hall of Famer. So, I think that anytime you can, or you go against a guy like that, you have to be obviously very, very sharp and ready to play. I think that we all know that what Alex can bring on the ice, and how extremely well he competes. And so, I mean, anytime you're battling with guys like that, you have to bring your best. And now, kind of being on the same team, very much looking forward to kind of playing with him. And this is Alex's team and Peter's team, so very much looking forward to try to help them as much as I can with my experiences on and off the ice.
Our next question comes from Tom Goalie with NHL.com.
Hi, Zdeno. Saw with Tom Brady leaving the Patriots, last year, kind of what he's gone through going to Tampa and the success he's had. Do you see maybe a similar opportunity for you, and did that influence your thinking, just maybe to prove yourself in a new place here, and that you can still do it here, after 22 seasons?
Well, I definitely see a new opportunity, new challenges, but also very much I'm extremely motivated, and like I said, I'm very much looking forward to go out there and play and compete. There's like I said, there are no guarantees. I think that we all have to compete and play our best, and the most important thing is to win the games as a team. So that's just where I'm at right now. It's something that I had to try. I didn't want to have any regrets not to try it and not go for it.
Did you talk to Tom at all, or contact him at all, or?
Yeah, we are friends.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Next question goes to James Murphy with Boston Hockey Now.
Hey, Z, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Happy New Year. And by the way, thank you, like Kevin said, thank you for everything you did here in Boston with the media, and then also the community. I just want to know, over the years, you've been with Patrice so long, and you've seen him develop on and off the ice, and just the leader he became. Today, Don Sweeney intimated to us that he might, or probably likely will be the next captain. Just your thoughts on the leader he is and the leader he can still be for the Bruins.
Sorry, I couldn't hear the last part. Kind of came out the last maybe 5 seconds.
You got me now?
I got you now, yeah.
Okay, I was just saying, what are your thoughts on Patrice and the leader he's become while you were in Boston, what he can do going forward?
Absolutely, there's no question Patrice is going to be the next captain of Boston Bruins. I think everybody knows that. I think that he's absolutely the right person to have as a captain. He's been part of the Boston Bruins organization for I think 15, 16 years now. And, he's done so much for the team, for the organization, for the community. So he's going to be unbelievable captain and leader. He's obviously well proven in a crunch time to deliver, and his impact he has on the players, teammates, coaches, fans, and everybody in the community is tremendous. So I can't imagine anybody else to be a captain, and I'm truly very, very happy that he's going to be the next captain because he really deserves it. And I can't thank him enough for everything he's done for the Bruins, for me personally, supporting our kind of vision and leading together in Boston. And I'm very happy for him.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. We'll go to Tarek El-Bashir, The Athletic.
Z, how much urgency do you feel personally? I mean, 43 years old, the Capitals are squarely in win now mode, trying to add another championship. What are your feelings going into the season about the potential for maybe a deep run with this team?
Well, I think that we can't be looking at too much ahead. People like to ask questions about, where the team is at and where they should be at. But I think that we have to really approach it one day at a time. And, I think that to have the names and obviously great players is one thing. There's a new coach coming in and it's going to be probably a little bit different system, but I think we have to really be humble and motivated and just work for each other and support each other and really work together as a group to accomplish what we want to accomplish. But it starts with a training camp and an opening game in the regular season, and we go from there. We can't be looking at too much ahead.
And if I can follow up, are you in Washington yet? And do you expect to be on the ice on the 4th, ready to go because of all the quarantine regulations?
No, I'm in Washington. I'm following the protocols. I'm doing the quarantine right now, and basically looking forward when this quarantine and testing is over, and I can join the team. So very much looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, we'll go to JJ Reagan with NBC Sports Washington.
Hey, Zdeno. Welcome to Washington.
Thank you.
You mentioned that you weren't happy with the role that Boston envisioned for you going forward, but nothing is guaranteed in Washington. What were the talks like with Brian McClellan about the role that they envisioned you possibly taking here?
Well, with Brian I wasn't talking with Brian, to be honest with you. I think that was something that the talks were handled between the negotiations as far as the contract goes were handled between my agent and Brian. I had conversation with Peter Laviolette, and we just generally touch on where the team is at, where we want to be and how we want to get there. But there is, like I said, there's no specifics, there's no guarantee. But I just want to have a fair chance and compete with the guys for the Stanley Cup. But again, that's something that is the goal. But we want to get there through the right process and through the right way.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go Mike Vogel with Caps.com.
Zdeno, you've mentioned a couple of times today that you're extremely motivated. You've won a cup already. You've won a Norris. You've had a fantastic career. You're one of only a handful of defensemen who's even played in the league at your age. I'm just wondering, what is it that motivates you at this point, and how will you know when it's time for you to call it quits?
Well, I think when it comes, it comes, and I think when it comes, then you know. I think this offseason was obviously a little bit strange for probably many of us. We were kind of in that pause when we kind of usually start the season, and I think that time was kind of a time where I decided that if I start skating and start going back to the training, I will be very kind of quickly honest with myself in case there would be some sort of questioning or hesitation about going on the ice and doing all these routine trainings that I've been doing before, and that never appear. I still have a lot of fun when I go on the ice. I love working out. I love working hard and getting ready and getting up in the morning and doing all that routine. So to me, that was indication that I still have gas, lots of gas left, and I still want to go out there and do my thing. So that's my motivation to kind of still proving that I can play.
Okay, we'll go to Winston Hilton with News Channel 8.
Hey, Zdeno. First off, welcome to DC. Secondly, Happy New Year. Happy New Year's Eve. Got a question. Oh, wonderful. Question for you. You're stepping into a situation where the team has a possibly a young goaltender, and I think a lot of pressure maybe ended up placing on the defenseman. Are you, I guess, ready for that challenge? And what do you think about the goaltending situation?
Well, I think that this is obviously something that just kind of happened to, with Henrik being, dealing with his health issues. And by the way, hopefully everything goes well with his surgery, and we all wishing him full and fast recovery, and hopefully he can, return to be on the ice and play. But this just happened to the team, I guess, a few weeks ago, and I think that as any team, you can't really judge goaltending by age. I think that I'm in the same situation where people are always looking at the age, but I think you have to give the guys chance to compete for the jobs, and just because they are young or maybe they don't have that many games under their belt doesn't mean they are not going to perform. So I'm sure that we all believe that the young goaltending are going to do fine. They're going to compete for the job and give us the best results.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Okay, we'll go to Olivia Garvey with ABC7.
Hey, Zdeno, welcome to DC and Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Really quickly, what have you respected about the Capitals over the years? Something you've really appreciated when playing against them?
It was not easy. Playing Washington Capitals every game was very hard, very difficult. It's a group of guys. They compete very hard. They play hard. They play with a lot of speed and a lot of skill. So every time we play Washington, we had to bring our best, and for most of the time, we didn't do well against them. I think they just have so much depth and so much skill that was very hard to kind of play them. And I just feel that right now they are in their peaks of most of the guys in peaks of their careers, and they're only getting better. So like I said, it was very hard to play against them, but now it's gonna be hopefully a lot of fun to play with them.
Okay, we have time for 3 more questions. We'll go to Jonathan Hall. Jonathan, please state your affiliation, please.
Hi, Zdeno. It's John Hall at Channel 7 in Boston, WHDH. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too.
Well, listen, Boston fans are going to miss you. Suffice it to say, 2020 has been a bummer. They're watching Tom Brady down in Florida. Now they're going to see Z in a Capitals uniform. Any message for the fans, and will you, like Bobby Orr, follow his example and settle here in Boston eventually? Because I know people would really love that.
Well, of course, I wanna thank all the fans. They show so much passion over the course of years and so much support. And you know, I always be very proud to call Boston my home. I'm not planning to relocate myself or my family. For this matter, we made so many friends and we connected with so many families and communities, and those are gonna be the memories that I'll cherish for the rest of my life. It was very, very hard and difficult decision for me and my family, but at the same time, like I said, I'm excited to kind of start kind of a new chapter with the Washington Capitals. But can't thank enough for the support and how they embraced me in Boston for the past 14 years. It's been tremendously appreciated, and thanks to all of them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll go to Ken Campbell with Hockey News.
Yeah, Zdeno, I just wanted to ask you a bit about going back to where you see yourself fitting in with this group and what role you see yourself having on this team. I mean, you've been, for the last couple of years, you've still been a 20-minute, guy per game. Penalty killing, you're probably in the top 10 in penalty killing ice time. Do you see that continuing? What kind of role sort of do you see for yourself? If you sort of could, have a perfect scenario for yourself, what role would it be on this team?
Well, again, that's something that would need to be probably figured out, during the training camp or even the start of the season. I don't have all the answers, but I can tell you I always take a lot of pride in my defensive game. Over the course of probably most of my career, I always take a lot of pride to play against top lines and going against top players. If that's going to be the case, I always try to do my best. Obviously, penalty killing is one of those things, strength of my game. I try to use my size and my reach to cover as much area as I can. I think that it's something that, at this time, all these details, we're gonna need to work it out. So I can't give you probably the perfect answer.
Okay, would I be able to have a follow up, Sergey? Or
go ahead.
Okay, just another obvious question here is you're in the same division with your old team. You're going to have 8 opportunities to face the Boston Bruins this year. I'm just wondering, after all those years and everything in Boston, what's it going to be like the first time you look across the ice and see the spoked B on the other side of the ice?
It's going to be a strange feeling, I'm sure. But I'll tell you exactly how I'm going to feel at that time. I guess I'm going to have to wait till that kind of time comes.